Ladies and gentlemen, the tension is palpable here tonight. I almost said the air is eclectic, which is not a real saying, but technically I could make it work if I just lied and started saying things. Welcome to the first round of Losers Bracket in the M.U.G.E.N 64 tournament. It's a big night. It's a big night tonight. 16 competitors, a quarter of our entire starting roster is going home tonight. They will be eliminated. 16 matches, 16 people going home. Heroes will rise, villains will fall, dreams will be shattered. And we have an incredible lineup of Losers Bracket here tonight. Let's get some advertising. What's our run? Let's take a peek at what matches are to come here tonight. Skirt, it will not let me view. There we go. Here we go. I got it going. Homura Akemi versus the Moon, Leatherface versus Clippy, Glover versus Gooper Blooper, Isaac versus Amaterasu, Cinnamaroll versus the Green Ranger, Ippo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog, Viewtiful Joe versus Kururu, Mixer Taitei versus Gojo Satoru, Touka versus Metal Sonic, Hatsune Miku versus an arcade cabinet, Shaquille O'Neal versus the Harvest Moon Farmer, Mangle versus Ryuji Sakamoto, Karin Uzumaki versus Seth Rollins, Michael versus Frigimon, Deadpool versus the Wheelchair Guy, and in the main event, Ash Williams versus Smile Dog. Mon abuse will be real. We have an incredible lineup of losers. Fellas, I have never been more proud to see such a strong lineup of losers in my life. Stream's going till midnight. Let's go. So actually, on that note, because I guess the moon is afraid of losing right now, as always, tonight's stream is happening as a massive wind and thunderstorm is approaching. So, as with the first stream, there's a chance the internet may go out. I'll just need everyone to yell lightning bolt in the chat if the stream obliterates. Now, I asked this after the last stream if people preferred having pre-recorded interviews rather than me chatting with the characters live. And the consensus seemed to be if it's something special, do it live. Otherwise, do it in advance, which is fair. For people who like it live, I have a little something special to make up for that. But first, we are gonna get into our opening contest here of Homura Akemi versus the Moon. And we're going to start with our, as usual, interview with Homura Akemi, who, of course, previously had an incredible fight against John Rambo, but unfortunately came up just a little bit short. A lot of fighting spirit in that matchup. And we actually have some immediate footage following the fight, followed by the interview before. So, 1 week ago footage. Homura sighs, her body bruised and battered from the intense battle. She looks at John Rambo, respect evident in her eyes. Well fought, Rambo. Your skills are formidable. She clutches her sword tightly, steeling herself for the next round of the Losers Bracket. I will not let this defeat define me. I will continue to fight for Madoka. Is it Madoka or is it Modica? I think it reads like Madoka, but I haven't watched the anime in like a decade. And perhaps this time I will emerge victorious. She says the name a lot, so it would help if someone could tell me which one it is. Until then, let this be a lesson to those who dare stand against me. The magical girl Homura Akemi is far from finished. And then we got the week passes. I approach her before her next fight. Homura, your next matchup in round 1 of Losers Bracket. We're back to this is Juice Man and the other one is Kermit. Round 1 Losers Bracket is against the literal moon. What are your thoughts going into this contest? The moon, a celestial entity, capable of controlling its own environment and possessing immense power. This will indeed be a challenging opponent, but I have faced adversity before, and I have always persevered. For Madoka's sake, I will not falter now. I will employ every ounce of strength and cunning at my disposal to defeat the moon. Let it be known that even the heavens are not beyond my reach when I am driven by love and determination. Propel your Madoka. Okay, thank you. It's pronounced the way I thought, but not the way it reads. Even the heavens are not beyond my reach when I am driven by love and determination. Prepare yourself, Moon, for the wrath of a magical girl whose bond with her friend knows no bounds. Now, lastly, you have any thoughts on the revelation that your opponent is a member of the faction known as the Spiral, led by fellow competitor Sadako Yamamura? As a reminder, for those of you unaware, the Spiral is supposedly Sadako, the Moon, Sasquatch, Seth Rollins, Monica, Leatherface. I have forgotten the 7th member of Spiral. Uh-oh. Oops. Someone else will remember. It's someone in winner's bracket, because I think the Moon and Rollins are the only ones in loser's bracket. Anyway, her response. The Spiral, a group manipulating fate and events for their own gain. Their leader, Sadako Yamamura, someone I am familiar with. I don't know why she phrases everything like a question. This adds another layer of complexity to the situation. However, my primary concern remains the well-being of Madoka. Wait a minute. No, it is Madoka. It is the way it reads. Never mind. As long as my actions do not put her in harm's way, I will confront the Spiral head-on. Sadako may believe she controls the threads of fate, but she underestimates the power of love and determination. Should our paths cross, I will not hesitate to stop her and her twisted organization from causing any more harm. For Madoka, I will walk through hell itself. Seth? I already mentioned Seth. Anyway. And what of the rumors that Sadako initially wanted you to be a member of the Spiral? Rumors? I am unaware of such claims. However, if it is true, then it only further solidifies my stance against the Spiral. They seek to manipulate and control others for their own purpose, which runs counter to everything I stand for. My loyalty lies with Madoka, and I will never betray her trust by aligning myself with those who wish to harm her or others like her. If Sadako truly believed I would be a valuable addition to the Spiral, she clearly underestimates the strength of our bond and the lengths I will go to protect Madoka. Very nice. Now, we don't have an interview with the Moon, because it is the Moon. However, I've decided, it's good to just get some people on the ground. We got some on-the-field reporting. And that's why Juice Man went to go meet with local concession stand dealer Grung the ice cream vendor. We're out here. Hello, Grung. I'm here out on the field, reporting on the competitors in the M.U.G.E.N 64 Deathmatch Tournament. I thought I'd get a feel for how some of the audience feels about the matchups heading into round 1 of Loser's Bracket. As I have another froggy co-worker and Kermit out on the scene getting interviews, I figured who better to ask for some on-the-ground opinions than the venue's very own food vendor. So what do you say, Grung? Want to help me analyze some fights? Who are the ones you knew offhand? So the members of the Spiral, off the top of my head, are Sadako, Sasquatch, Moon, Leatherface, Seth Rollins, Monica, and I'm forgetting the 7th. I know Monica and Rollins were the weird ones, but I forgot, who the other early one was. Oh, well, sure, Juice Man. I guess I can give you my opinion on those matches. So, what do you want to talk about first? First off, we have an astounding matchup of Homura Akemi versus the actual literal Moon. Quite the way to start things off tonight, Grung. Yeah, that would be interesting, but honestly, I think Homura will win that one. She's got fire powers and determination on her side. This Moon doesn't stand a chance against a fierce girl like her. Plus, she's been through so much already. She deserves the victory. But then again, maybe the Moon will surprise us all. Thank you, Grung, and we are ready to get into our opening matchup here of Homura Akemi. It was Ashley. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley from WarioWare. Correct. So true. I don't know how I could possibly forget Ashley. After all, she is the girl next door living in the Haunted Mansion. Every other Grung interview will be live. That was just me making sure Grung worked. Alright. Where's the Moon? Where's the Moon or Homura? That's Grillby. That means Homura's right here. The Moon, down here. Let's get it. We're jumping right in. Opening contest. Homura Akemi versus the Moon. Loser's gone. Losers... deleted from the tournament. Mods, kill! Kill mods! We're in the Tony Hawk stage! Let's go! Kill mods! Kill! Oh, I can actually it's actually very easy for me to ban from iPad. Wait a minute, Homura! I think Homura doesn't understand how to attack the Moon. She's stun-locked a little bit. Is the Moon gonna actually win a match? She can't figure out what to do. The gravitational pull. It's forcing Homura to just walk in the corner. Oh my god. She couldn't do it. She couldn't stand to a celestial entity. It's all over. There's no way she's gonna break out of the moon's gravitational pull. She can't do anything. It's a war of attrition now. The moon just has to kill Homura before we all die of old age. This would be a great time to run for an ad break to play. Because it's not like we're gonna miss anything. Your hands are sheep. Fuck, that's very unfortunate. It's time for me to take a big sip of Coca-Cola. Not sponsored. Just thirsty. Hurts to ban. I can ban. I forget it's like so easy to ban on the iPad. Which is funny because there's features that the Twitch app doesn't have on the iPad that PC does. But like banning is so much easier. Oh wait, oh wait, oh my. Oh, she's figuring it out. Oh, she's figuring it out. She's figuring it out. Oh my god, she cracked the code. She's cracked the code. She's shooting mortars at the moon. Oh, but the moon's fighting back. The moon sees its opportunity. The moon had survival in its grasp. It doesn't want to go down now. It's an actual fight. It's an actual fight. Homura, it's the Homura stock. She gave the moon a homie stock. Is a top seed getting eliminated first, or is a member of the Spiral getting eliminated first? The moon's in the lead. The moon is in the lead. She's crouch jumping. I think oh! Homura, if only you hadn't thrown that first fight. And just like that, Homura has been eliminated, and the moon progresses. We have our first elimination. I truly did not expect it to happen. I did not expect Homura to be the very first person double tapped from the tournament, and for the moon to be progressing. I've instantly reported the wrong winner. There we go. Fixed. Moon now progressed. Let's get this going. Let's get a word. Let's get a word from our loser. Let's get some final words from Homura Akemi. See what Homura has. See how Homura reacts to this. Guerrilla interview reporting style. We're rushing her right after she lost. Homura struggles against the moon's immense gravity, feeling herself weakening. Despite her best effort, she eventually succumbs to the force, losing the fight and being eliminated from the tournament. Her determination wavers for a moment, but she quickly regains her composure. I will not give up so easily. I must continue to fight for Madoka, even if it means facing insurmountable odds. My journey may be fought with trials and tribulations, but I will never abandon my quest to protect her. Onwards to new battles and challenges until the day I can finally ensure her safety. Well, that's very noble of you, Homura. It will not be happening in this tournament. Yeah, see you in the next reboot, Homura. It will not be here. As I get our next interview ready, I would like to remind you all that we do have a live musical performance later tonight. We're going to have Weezer. Weezer's going to be performing their hit song, the #1 Weezer song that everybody knows. And that's going to be coming later on tonight. So for this next set of interviews, we were going to try something a little different, a new little feature of having the competitors interact with each other. Before the fight, little conference, little sit-down interviews together. And I had Leatherface and Clippy right next to each other, ready to go, ready to face off in a conference, and it didn't go well. It did not go well. It's actually very good for this and a reason that we will see later. That I did these in advance. Interview, we had to scrap the whole thing. Clippy would not stop just threatening to kill Kermit the Frog, and Leatherface just got mad that everyone was yelling. It was a disaster of an interview. We are not sending Kermit back in to report Clippy. Clippy will not be getting an interview before this fight. And we are going to instead, surprisingly, have Kermit just interview the apparently most sane of the two competitors somehow, in Leatherface. So let's see what Leatherface has to say about his loss in round 1 against Ashley, a witch that he severely underestimated. Leatherface grunts, seeming frustrated by the question. He then replies in a broken English, his voice deep and raspy.
I think Ashley was too quick for me. She was very fast and hard to hit. But I still have a chance to prove myself in this tournament. I will do my best to win the next round and make it to the grand finals.
It's really not broken English. It's like kind of like slow, but it's pretty good grammar. It's like when a foreign language speaker is like, I am not native English speaker, apologies, and then they speak better English than I do. I hope to hear that kind of optimism. But in order to do that, you're going to have to make it through your next opponent, Microsoft Clippy. You have any thoughts as you prepare for this fight? Leatherface nods his head firmly.
Microsoft Clippy. He may seem small and unassuming, but I won't underestimate him. He may have tricks up his sleeve, so I need to make sure to keep my guard up and not let him get the better of me. I will fight with everything I have and win this, and make it to the grand finals.
And then Kermit kind of started shooting here. He said, Mr. Sawyer, will you kill Clippy for me? Leatherface clenches his fist and nods his head firmly.
I will do what is necessary to win, and if it means killing Clippy, then I will do it. I will do anything to make it to the grand finals and prove myself in the tournament.
Now, we're not interviewing Clippy, so let's see what Grung has to say. What are your thoughts, Grung, on the upcoming match of Leatherface versus Microsoft Clippy? Two absolute sociopaths. Oh, Grung's thinking about this one. Grung's doing a big thing.
Oh boy, that's gonna be quite the show. Both characters are pretty twisted in their own ways. Leatherface loves to kill and torture people, while Clippy's just plain annoying. I think Leatherface might have an advantage because he actually does something instead of just being irritating. But who knows? Maybe Clippy's annoying nature will throw Leatherface off his game. Either way, it'll be entertaining to watch them go at it. Just make sure you keep your distance from them, Juice Man. They might not care about hurting each other, but they might not hesitate to hurt someone else if given the chance.
Grung, so true. That's why Kermit had to interview him and not Juice Man. We protect Juice Man out here. He's been through enough as is. Fellas, it's time for Leatherface versus Microsoft Clippy here in Loser's Bracket. Now, Grung was incorrect about his previous prediction. He did think Homura Akemi was going to win. He did say maybe the Moon will have some surprises, and the Moon sure did have some surprises. Where's Leatherface? He's up here. There he is. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he'll be right this time. Maybe Leatherface will have it. Maybe Grung is just going to say whoever the first person I said is going to win each time. Who knows? The Sadako strat. And we're going straight into it. Leatherface is demolishing him. Clippy was defeated by the Ice Climbers in round 1. Leatherface was defeated by Ashley, a member of the Spiral. Dude, the chainsaw cuts right through the copying machine. Dude, Leatherface kind of cracked in this fight. Hold up, Clippy's starting to make a comeback. Clippy's kind of projectile spamming him. Hold up, it's getting even again. He's cornering Leatherface. Oh, Leatherface got him. Truly Sophie's choice for me. Oh yeah, Leatherface is a member of the Spiral. Right, Leatherface lost to a Spiral member. A fellow Spiral member. I should have thought, like, Kermit should have thought to ask Leatherface how he felt about that, but Kermit was a little too distracted with Clippy threatening to kill him, so that's, you know, we're gonna have to dock Kermit pay for not asking that hard-hitting question, not remembering that. We'll try and get Kermit to do better. Bro, he's seen Skull Kid, so of course it goes through the copy machine. Dude, Clippy's kind of freaking the game out right now. It's kind of making it real chunky. Alright, Clippy obliterated him in that one. Big drinky from Dunks. We're 1-1. It's actually anyone's game. Why does his name say Clip It in the top left? Oh my god, Clippy's going wild. Alright, killed the copy machine. That's really important. Clippy's big advantage is having so much backup. Clippy is trapped Leatherface in a box. It doesn't seem to do any damage, and he just immediately gets Clippy in there with the chainsaw. He's chainsaw looping him. Oh, but we're seeing projectile spam from Clippy once again. Oh, and Kratos no-selling it. He's using the chainsaw to block. Clippy's going wild. He just needs one good chainsaw hit, and that's going to be it. But Clippy's trying to keep him in the corner. He's juggling him. Is he going to do it? His chainsaw run, but he gets countered. He cut the copy machine. He's cornering him. Who's gonna do it first next hit? And Clippy barely wins it. You're a little ahead again? Yeah, I think Clippy broke this. Clippy barely wins it. Yeah, that was, I was watching that explode in real time. Clippy, victorious. We're gonna fix that real quick. Clippy kind of broke the stream a little bit. I'm not super surprised to see Leatherface lose, but he did, honestly, he did a little better than I was expecting, if I'm being completely honest. We're going to deactivate, then we're going to reactivate. That should fix it. So that's going to put our good buddy, Clippy, moving on. It's not going to be Clippy versus the Moon. The people here in the loser's bracket will face the people that lose in the next winner's bracket. Like, so the people that lose in round 2 of winners, they will go on to face people from loser's bracket. So it's not Clippy versus Moon. It's the Moon versus someone who loses in winner's bracket, and Clippy versus someone who loses in winner's bracket. Now they could go on to face each other. I know Frosty had the Moon and Clippy facing in winner's bracket, but that is not how it's playing out right now. Let's take a quick peek here. Leatherface, what do you've lost? You're a loser? Kermit, you might want to get back, Kermit. Kermit, you might want to be a little careful here. Leatherface lets out a defeated sigh.
Damn it. I lost. I tried my best to win, but Clippy was just too much for me. I guess I'm out of the running now.
He sits down on the sidelines, still in shock from his defeat. Well, that's a member of the Spiral down. That's, you know... Leatherface, he was really barely a member of the Spiral. He kind of got beaten by another member of the Spiral, and then we didn't even ask him about it. He's like the weakest member of the Spiral. But you know, it's the Spiral's down to 6. Who's next? Glover versus Gooper Blooper. Holy fuck. All right, Glover, one of the more controversial competitors. Let's see what Gooper Blooper has to say. We don't have a Glover interview. We can't talk to him. He's a piece of shit. We are, of course, using the Leatherface translator, as this is just sad pig grunting noise. Well, listen, he's articulated, all right. He did some studying. He's a new man. Well, Mr. Blooper, it seems though your black magic wasn't enough to get through Onzu. What are your thoughts? We did not have an immediate after the fight reaction for Gooper Blooper. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm certainly not thrilled. To lose my first match in my debut tournament, I was hoping for at least semi-finals.
Well, you can still make it to the grand finals by surviving all of loser's bracket. But in order to do that, you'll have to make it through your next opponent, Glover, from the hit Nintendo 64 game, Glover.
Glover? Be that hand pumper for that game? He doesn't look all too powerful based on his gameplay. I'll take him down easy.
Now, Mr. Blooper, I feel like I should warn you. Some viewers claim that Glover may have potentially been quote-unquote juicing before the tournament. Maybe using a little magic of his own to get an edge.
Magic, you say? Well, that could be a problem. However, his magic is mostly associated with manipulation and object levitation. How well can he hold up in a head-on confrontation?
Well, we'll see. Good luck, Mr. Blooper.
I don't need luck. I know I'll win this tournament.
And Gooper Blooper prepares for his second match. Grung! Thoughts on Gooper Blooper versus Glover? Both magic users with some speculation that Glover has been juicing behind the scenes. They needed a scapegoat to see what Clippy's abilities are.
Oh, well, both magicians are interesting choices, no doubt about that. Don't call them magicians, Grunk. But you know what they say about using black magic, or quote-unquote juicing, as they call it. Once you cross that line, there's no going back, and Glover seems like the type who might enjoy using such powers, which could make him dangerous, not only to his opponent, but also to those around him. On the other hand, Gooper Blooper may not necessarily be strong in defense against such tactics. However, perhaps he has hidden abilities or tricks up his sleeve that could surpass everyone, including Glover. This should indeed be an exciting fight between two skilled magicians with a bit of an ethical aspect thrown into the mix, so make sure you stick close during this matchup, Juice-Man. It might get wild.
Juice-Man, it's very nice of you to be so worried about Juice-Man's health and safety during every one of these matchups. You're truly a good, respectable coworker, Grung. Juice-Man is definitely not at ringside for most of these. Maybe a few. I guess he does have to run some interviews. Anyway, Glover, debatably, like, one of the two most hated men in the tournament. I would argue Grillby is pretty hated. Normally I'd say Glover is, like, definitely the most hated, but, like, Grillby's up there. Rabid's probably a close third so far. But we'll see, Gooper Blooper is, of course, my son. This is going to be the few I'm biased matchups. I think Glover definitely should lose, and I would like Gooper Blooper to hang on a little longer. I spent a lot of time on Gooper Blooper, and I would like to not see him take 80 damage from Glover. The man juice, juggle him, air juggle him, take him up, juggle him off the screen like in Smash Brothers. You can do it, Gooper Blooper. I believe we're full bias mode now. Oh, brother, it's so fucking Jover. You gotta zone him! You gotta zone him, Gooper Blooper! You gotta zone him out! I forgot the Grillby cheating scandal. Gooper Blooper, you gotta just spam bubble! You gotta spam bubble, Gooper Blooper! You gotta keep him at a distance! His fingies, they're too powerful! Dude, no! You gotta juggle him. He's just turning into a ball. I'm that image of that, like, emoji with its hands up screaming as it gets turned to dust. Why would you not get better than me? I'm gonna fucking punch a wall. Grillby propaganda. I can't believe this. Glover is fucking cracked, broken, and easily wins. Gooper Blooper loses and is eliminated. Wait, don't type. What do you mean, don't type?
You gotta be kidding me! That hand puppet's too broken! I knew it was juiced! This is such bullshit! I have been robbed of a chance at grand finals! Unbelievable!
So true, Gooper Blooper! So true! Oh, Ultra said wait, don't type because of the ads. Ads over. Okay. Welcome back to the ad break. Gooper Blooper got obliterated, and his response was,
You gotta be kidding me! That hand puppet's too broken! I knew it was juiced! This is such bullshit! I've been robbed of a chance at grand finals! Unbelievable!
So true, Gooper Blooper. So true. And we're gonna... With Gooper Blooper's justifiable rage as the Glover sweep looms more and more real. And we are going to move on to our next matchup, which is going to be Isaac versus Amaterasu. And we do have a sit-down conference. Yeah, the crowd is behind Gooper Blooper chanting, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. and they're like gargling like water because fucking Gooper Blooper's still out in the arena. So we actually did get a sit-down interview with Amaterasu and Isaac. Now in round 1, Amaterasu lost to Senator Armstrong, and Isaac lost to Rick Kuenkain. Where was this for Farmer rigged crowd? The crowd respects the work that I put into Gooper Blooper, and they hate to see it go to waste. So it's like if Ben got double tapped. It's like I spent $5 on Ben. I spent 5 days on Gooper Blooper, and the crowd respects both of those. Yeah, the Farmer didn't face Glover. Yeah, Glover's got like nuclear heat. Seth Rollins wishes he was as over as Glover as a villain. Anyway, we got a sit-down interview with a feral wolf and a small child, so let's see how that goes. Thank you both for joining me for this conference today. Amaterasu tilts her head curiously, listening to the man speaking about the tournament. She wasn't particularly interested in fighting, but she understood the importance of it. As he mentions their upcoming match, she gives a soft growl, signaling her determination to win. She knows she has to protect Kamiki Village and defeat Orochi, even if it means participating in this tournament. But she looks at Isaac, giving him a respectful nod before turning back to the Juice Man. I am ready to fight. I will do my best to represent Kamiki Village and restore honor to my name. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Isaac waves enthusiastically to Juice Man. My name is Isaac, and I love drawing cats. Do you like cats too? Oh, and I hope we can be friends even though we're going to fight each other in the tournament. That doesn't mean we still can't be buddies afterward, right? He looks around the room, spotting Amaterasu sitting nearby. He smiles brightly and waves at her as well. Hey there, Amaterasu, it's great to see you again. Remember when we all met backstage during the first round? Those were fun times. Maybe someday we could all hang out and draw pictures of our favorite characters or something cool like that. What do you think? Actually, Isaac, I'm just the interviewer. You'll be fighting Amaterasu, not me. We're going to do Isaac's message first. Oh, sorry, Mr. Juice Man. I got confused because you called us here for a meeting before our fight. Anyway, yes, Amaterasu, let's battle fairly, and then maybe we can hang out afterwards. Just because we're competitors doesn't mean we can't still be pals. And by the way, did you know cats make really good painting subjects? Their fur is so soft and colorful. Anyway, let's have a good match. Remember that we're doing this to enjoy ourselves and become better fighters, okay? Good luck. Amaterasu chuckles softly at Isaac's enthusiasm, finding his excitement endearing. She watches as he talks about drawing cats and being friends with her despite the upcoming battle. She nods in agreement, knowing that even after their fight, they could still be friends. As he mentions hanging out and drawing pictures, she perks up, intrigued by the idea. That sounds like a wonderful idea, Isaac. After our fight, let us gather and share stories, drawings, and laughter. We can put aside our differences for a while and just enjoy each other's company. She turns her attention back to Juice Man, giving him a respectful bow. Thank you for organizing this meeting. May the best fighter win, but let us remember that there is more to life than competition. Thank you both for the sit-down interview, and we are ready to go right into Amaterasu versus Isaac. A matchup where, realistically, I feel like Amaterasu is probably taking this a little more seriously, but Isaac is not one to be underestimated. Oh, they're fighting on the basketball court, too. Let's go. And Amaterasu immediately approaching, and Isaac was ready. Isaac got the counter, but Amaterasu has strong range. Why is there a piece of grass? Why is there grass appearing on the basketball court? Amaterasu is growing weeds out of the court. That's gonna throw up all the players later. They gotta use this. They got a basketball game later on. Amaterasu kind of whooping Isaac's ass right now. Kind of just zoning him the fuck out. Never mind, Isaac got Brimstone. It's so Jover. It's a real ranged battle here. Everyone's keeping their distance. He is Brimstone spamming. But you know what? Maybe Amaterasu shouldn't have let him get the Brimstone in the first place. Yeah, I don't think Amaterasu is going to successfully outzone Isaac. Amaterasu has not infinite range on her projectile, whereas Isaac does. So I think Amaterasu really needs to move in close and start meleeing. Immediate super blast to try and get a good chunk of damage down on Amaterasu, and the foot stomps down on Isaac. Isaac once again doing damage to himself. Isaac's hit him with a not over yet before going angel mode, choosing that over Brimstone this time. Could be a controversial and failure decision. Amaterasu is successfully juggling Isaac mid-air. Okay. Isaac got out of range of the little glaives for a second. Alright, the glaive can deflect the angel attacks. Isaac needs to never go angel form again if he wants to win. It really comes down to, does Isaac go devil path or angel path? And unlike in modern day meta Isaac, devil's path is the correct choice. This is OG Isaac meta. You want to go devil's path and get brimstone. Oh, Isaac doing his own melee rush down strats now. He's not going to let the RNG of which path he gets determine whether or not he's still in this tournament or not. I thought she just flew away. Amaterasu, of course, one of the 4 dogs in this tournament. I think literally all of the dogs are in losers bracket, actually. I think all 4 of the doggies are in losers. Isaac he's using the Yum Heart, he's healing. Isaac's getting back to full health, he's getting ready to brimstone spam. I think it's over. He's still healing. Isaac has activated God mode. Now, the Motherfoot did stomp on him, but he is still healing. Amaterasu cannot get close enough. I think it's all over for Amaterasu here. Isaac has zoned her out and successfully healed. Isaac is victorious. Amaterasu has been eliminated from the tournament. Isaac moves on. Oh. Wow. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Let's hear a word from the loser. Let's hear a word from the loser. Let's see. Let's see how they react to each other. Alright, we don't need to read all that first paragraph describing the fight. With a graceful bow, she acknowledges Isaac's victory. Well fought, Isaac. Your skills are impressive. Perhaps we can still keep our promise of sharing stories and drawings after the tournament. As she exits the stage, she looks back at Juice-Man with a grateful smile. Thank you for organizing this event. Despite my loss, I had fun competing and meeting new people like Isaac. Well, Juice-Man didn't organize it. Hold up a minute here. My credit! As Isaac wins against Amaterasu, he feels sadness creeping into his heart. He knew it was a fair battle, but he also hoped they could remain friends regardless of the outcome. He approaches her, his pink body bobbing slightly as he walks. His kind face expressed concern and empathy. I'm sorry, Amaterasu. I want us to stay friends at this tournament, but I guess we weren't meant to go far. Maybe next time. His voice trails off as he sees the disappointment etched on her face. His own feelings begin to stir within him. The loss might have been a fair result in terms of competition, but emotionally it left a mark on him. He gathers his thoughts before continuing, trying to lift her spirits with encouragement. Anyway, I'll still keep an eye on Kamiki Village. Very nice of Isaac to do that for her. Who's next? Oh my fuck. Oh fuck. Fellas, lock in. Fellas, lock in. It's alright, we gotta talk about this next one. So the next one is Cinnamaroll versus the Green Power Ranger. This is not a bit. This is not a joke. I put them together in the conference chat. I said, thank you all for coming. And they started fucking going back and forth. I don't think Kermit, like, steps in once here. They just started going at each other. So let's take a peek at the conference from earlier between Green Ranger and Cinnamaroll, another dog. Oh, we're gonna fight? That's kind of scary, but that's okay. I have a few secrets that'll win me the tournament. Oh, a few tricks up your sleeve. I'd love to see them in action. Haha. Don't you worry a bit, though. I'm no pushover. I promise to give you one heck of a good time. Okay, let's get this battle on the road. I'll give you my best to take you down, Green Ranger. Alrighty then, you wanted to fight and fight well, you shall. As long as you don't hold back, I won't hold back either. Prepare yourself for a mighty clash. Don't worry, I'd never hold back. I have so many new powers that I've just been dying to try out. Yeah, I have no idea how you'll compete. Haha, this is gonna be exciting! Well, buckle up, because you are in for the shock of your life. I've been training day in, day out to hone my skills. You may think you have the upper hand, but I have some surprises up my sleeve that you won't see coming. So bring it on. I'm ready. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little test here. I'm gonna throw up the image real quick. That's Pumpkinhead. We're gonna throw up this image. I'm gonna try a little / is it commercial 90? We're gonna run a 90-second. See if this triggers a 90-second ad break. We've done it. Hopefully, running this 90-second ad break will keep ad breaks from happening in the middle of the match. This will hopefully reset the timer. I'm paying attention to the time right now, and I'll try and run a 90-second ad every, like, 15-20 minutes to try and reset the ad timer, just so we can time them to not be during the fights. It's also a good time for me to mute my mic, blow my nose, and get a drink. Alright, let's get the fight set up for when the ads are over. But we will wait until everyone has returned. Once ad breaks have ended, we will jump into Cinnamaroll versus the Green Ranger. Losers bracket, round 1. Someone's going home. Alright, I'll presume ads are over then. And I've actually, I'm receiving word that backstage, during the commercial break, something's happened to Weezer backstage. There's absolute carnage. The backstage area is destroyed. All 5 members of Weezer are completely laid out. I'm going to try and get word on what exactly happened. All I've been informed is that Seth Rollins appears to have been behind it, and also he appears to have stacked up Weezer and curb stomped all of them at once. Clearly more has to have happened because the place is a mess backstage. And, you know, even though Seth Rollins is a fighter and Weezer's Weezer, it's still a 5-on-1. Something must happen. Maybe the Spiral's involved? I don't know. We're gonna get to the bottom of that later. But for now, it seems like Weezer is out of commission, unfortunately. Really looking forward to that live musical performance. But we'll have to make up for it with just a really good Cinnamaroll Green Ranger fight. And we're going into it. Now, some people have considered Cinnamaroll to be the biggest fraud in the tournament. That's a quote I've seen thrown around. What does this mean? Why is... I thought there was a Vocaloid singing for a second. And Cinnamaroll has missed the rear view. Green Ranger does hit with the uppercut though, and is going for the multi-kick jabs. Cinnamaroll, I don't remember who Cinnamaroll lost to. Green Ranger lost to Marcus. Nice energy blast. Oh, Spinaroonie up high from Cinnamaroll, who walks, curb, just a big kick. Cinnamaroll is definitely hitting a few more combos than he did in his round 1 matchup. It seems like he really has learned some tricks. And he hit the Kirby Air Slash. That's a classic Cinnamaroll move. Is he going to hit the rear view here? Oh, he still missed it. He's never connected with the rear view. Nice to get behind from Cinnamaroll, but Green Ranger trying to juggle him around. Spinaroonie doing some real damage here. Energy blast to Green Ranger's face. Big uppercut, and Cinnamaroll actually only catching the butt of it. Oh my! I think this is it. That's the ultimate Cinnamaroll move. Look at this maneuver. It's so over. A classic destructive move by Cinnamaroll, who easily defeats Green Ranger. Analog horror special. Stuck. Oh my god. Cinnamaroll heard the people saying that he's the biggest fraud in the tournament, and he wasn't gonna have any of that. What a dominant win by Cinnamaroll. Green Ranger, I mean, that's not to take anything away from Green Ranger. Green Ranger definitely put up a fight, but that last round, Cinnamaroll was going pog crazy on that one. Lock in, fellas, lock in. The redemption arc begins. Let's get some possible final words from the Green Ranger here. You were great fun to battle, Green Ranger. Thank you for fighting me. I'll be sure to honor you by getting further in the brackets. Is that it? Any other comment? I'm receiving word from our medical professional. Green Ranger has been knocked unconscious. Green Ranger is not responding. We cannot get a word from Green Ranger. He's not responding at the moment. We're gonna get Green Ranger the help he needs. Moving on, we have the third dog in a row in losers bracket. I didn't even notice this till now that we have 3 of the 4 dogs in a row. As it is good, it's everyone get ready to watch like Frosty freak out because it's Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Ippo Makenouchi. And let's see how Courage. We got some footage from last week right after Courage's loss to Missing No. Let's see how Courage reacted and then get the interview. Courage walks back to his corner. Oh, sorry, this is we actually ambushed him immediately. You have any thoughts after your rough loss out there? Courage walks back to his corner, panting heavily and looking exhausted. His tail drops and he thinks about how badly he lost to Missing No. You remember Missing No demolished this guy. Well, I cannot do a Courage voice, by the way. I mean, it was really hard out there. Missing No was fast and strong, and I just couldn't keep up. I'll have to train harder and find a way to adapt if I want any chance of coming back from this. Maybe I could ask Muriel or Eustace for help. They might know something that could give me an edge. Oh well, I'll keep trying. That's what a hero does, right? Just gotta keep going until there's no more danger left to face. Week passes. Courage! You are about to face off against Ippo Makenouchi, a trained boxer who is so focused on this fight, he wouldn't even let us interview him. That's right, we could not get an interview with Ippo. He blew us off. He's so focused on this matchup. What are your thoughts going in this matchup? Courage's ears twitch as he listens to the announcements of his opponent. He looks worried but determined. An actual boxer? This is gonna be tough. I guess I'll have to use my speed and agility to avoid getting hit too much. Maybe I can distract him somehow, or find a weakness in his fighting style. I'll have to think of something quick before we start. Oh well, I've faced weirder enemies before. I'll just have to trust my instincts and give it my best shot. Wish me luck, Juice Man. Juice Man will remain unbiased and will not do this. Grung. Grung, my good sir. Hello, Grung. Grung. Next up, we have Ippo Makenouchi. I put a V in there. Versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. Ippo was so focused on training for this contest, he wouldn't even let us interview him. Okay, fellas, my button's on the trigger. Which trigger?
That's... Sorry, my throat's dying. That's Ippo for you. Always driven and determined. Courage the Cowardly Dog, on the other hand, isn't known for being especially brave or aggressive, though he does have some unique skills of his own. It's hard to say whether that lack of aggression will work in his favor or become a hindrance. The key factor here could simply come down to whether Courage decides to face his fears and embrace the challenge head-on, or if he succumbs to them under pressure. As for who wins, well, my money's on Ippo, considering his relentless dedication to training. But stranger things have happened in this tournament. Stay tuned.
Grung, have you been correct a single time? Who did you think was going to win this? Oh, he thought Glover was going to win. Okay, well, you were right about that. He said Glover's fucking busted, and he was right. Frosty's finger is on the trigger of the gun pointed towards his head if Ippo goes down to Courage here. Everyone get your salutes and your Fs in the chat for Frosty. Because Courage is kind of a ranged fighter, and Ippo doesn't do so hard on us. Kind of two bad matchups for Ippo, but let's see how he handles it. One dog has moved on, one dog... Wait, no, both dogs have moved on. Uh-oh. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. Amaterasu lost. One dog has moved on, one dog has been eliminated. How will the third dog fare? Ippo's getting two-shotted. And we're going right fast. And Ippo ran right in with the... He hit the Little Mac side B from Smash Brothers. He's going crazy. He's charging up. I think Courage just threw a hammer at him. And Courage moving in with some melee attacks of his own. Courage is definitely using his short stature to his advantage. He's going underground, trying to sneak attack Ippo. But Ippo, he knows exactly where Courage is going to come out of the ground. He started juggling. He did a ton of damage with that juggling. Ippo is swinging fast and he's swinging hard. Courage is going for his funny eggplant move. And Ippo is just dodging every one of the eggplants besides that last one. Ippo juggled him. Every round he loses, someone's getting sniped. Ippo just broke and battered Courage the Cowardly Dog. Look at how intense he is right now. Just Little Mac side B. Dude, the funny eggplant move does not work on Ippo. He just dodges them all. Dude, he's got Courage scouted. He knows Courage's underground attack, and he just starts uppercut spamming to catch him on the way up. There's nothing Courage can do. Courage just has to outbeat him. Stop rushing Courage, WTF. Dude, Ippo's going crazy. The training's paying off. Courage got the right idea. He's trying to use his kung fu. I think he really, weirdly enough, I think he does need to hand-to-hand combat Ippo, and it doesn't matter. That was a beatdown. That was a demolition. Ippo just brutalized Courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog is eliminated. Ippo moves on in the tournament. Hello, Dunks. Dunks has joined. Dunks has hopped into my lap. He said, "Oh my God, Ippo sweep." Ippo might have visited Glover's locker. Nah, dude, Ippo was not doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Ippo was just like spamming aerials. He was just juggling, bro. Ippo's such a great hero. Made sure nobody got banned. Hello, Dunker. You have joined for Big Pets and Lovin'. It's good to see you. Alright. Let's take a look here. Let's see. I know, honk. Let's see what Courage has to say. Growing very right, by the way. Ippo fucking obliterates Courage. Courage lies on the ground, panting heavily and wincing in pain. He knows he gave it his all, but he just couldn't stand up to Ippo's relentless attacks. As he struggles to catch his breath, he starts to realize that maybe he isn't cut out for this kind of competition. Well, that didn't go so well. I guess being a hero doesn't automatically make you good at video games, too. Hey now, whoa. At least I tried. Maybe next time I'll stick to saving people from real dangers instead of competing in silly tournaments. Thanks for having me, Juice Man. Better luck next time, right? He gives a tired smile before slowly walking away, his tail dragging behind him. Courage, your fucking tail isn't long enough to not trail behind you. What do we got up next? Okay. It's a big one. Viewtiful Joe, who was the winner of the qualifying tournament, versus Kururu, who was a what the fuck did I call them? M.U.G.E.N ballot? I don't remember. The ballot for people to submit people. I had like an actual name for it, but it doesn't matter. I did get them together. I do have the conference ready. Kururu was defeated by Cyrano, and Viewtiful Joe was defeated by Lelouch. Let's see what they have to say to each other.
I must admit, I can't say I'm too excited for this particular fight, but I can't exactly lose. Cuckoo! There's too much at stake for me. I'll do my best in this fight. I'll destroy him for sure. I can't wait to laugh in his face at defeat. Joe, any thoughts from you?
He smiles. To tell you the truth, I think Kururu is an annoying brat with anger issues, but he won his fight for a reason. He did not win his fight. However, I'll do whatever it takes to win. Joe was not watching the tournament. He's not a real fan.
An annoying brat with anger issues? How dare you? You're the one who's annoying with anger issues, you idiot. I'll show you that I'm superior. I'm the smarter one. I'll defeat you, no matter what.
Joe's eye then twitches in irritation. You're smart? Ha! Kururu gets upset and starts yelling at him. Why you? Oh yeah? We'll see how superior we'll see who's superior when the fight is finished. Joe then poses in a fighting stance. These two are fucking heated. This is the biggest, I think this is like the most, like, two people actually fucking hate each other going to the fight we've had yet. The closest was maybe Leatherface and Clippy, but we couldn't even really interview Clippy, so. These two have actual fucking heat. And they're getting ready to go right at it. They both seem to be playing it a little defensive here. Not really wanting to get right up next to each other. Kururu is much more of a ranged fighter, whereas Viewtiful Joe, he's very hand-to-hand combat, but he has a little bit of a range on his melee attacks. So that could benefit him here. He's got that Desperado Buster that's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage should it connect. But, you know, Kururu's doing a good job keeping him pretty zoned out. Really beautiful. Oh, Desperado Buster. That did not do as much as I was expecting it to. Kururu might have the advantage here, range-wise. Wait, Viewtiful Joe started turning around a bit. Wait, Kururu doing big confusion. Oh, it killed him. The good job combo finish. I've never seen him do that before. Kururu takes round one. As we move to the next one, and Viewtiful Joe started trying to attack before the bell even rang. Viewtiful Joe getting a little desperate here. He won qualifiers in order to get this far, and he does not want to get double tapped. Of course, the other person who made it to the tournament via qualifiers also in losers bracket, so maybe the qualifiers was not the best. You would think qualifiers would be like the best way for people to make it in. Apparently not. Apparently is not the greatest judgment. Kururu is spamming. He is range spamming point blank, and it is working. Wow. Wow. Crushed. That is a massive win for Kururu there. That was not even close. That's not even close. As Joe's on the floor on his hands and knees after being defeated. Ah, dang it. I guess that'll teach me to never underestimate anyone and to not slack off. Kururu, do you have any thoughts? He laughs smugly as he looks down on Joe. You see that? I just showed you who really the superior one here is. Cuckoo! Alright, look at that. Nice trash talk. We love to see some actual competition every now and again. It's good to have friends. It's good to have stories. But it's also good to just hear people hate each other. You know, just viscerally hate each other. I just heard something explode outside, so you can hear the dogs barking. For our next contest, we're going to get our interviews for this next one done, and then we'll run the ad break so that none of the matches are hopefully interrupted. We've got Gojo Satoru versus Mixer Taitei. Gojo is a tough fight. He was unable to grab onto Metal Gear X. Metal Gear X was too big, and it led to him losing. So here's footage from immediately after that fight with Gojo. Ah, what a disappointment. But this isn't the end. Losing is only temporary and is a stepping stone to becoming stronger. Gojo wipes some sweat from his brow as he shakes hands with Metal Gear X, which is a very fucking funny visual. The crowd boos, but there are some cheers for the close match. I can't tell if the crowd is booing because Gojo lost or because they're sportsmanlike at the end. Thank you for a challenging fight. Now let's see who I face next in the loser's bracket. There's still much work to be done before I prove myself as the strongest once again. He flashes a cocky grin, showing no signs of despair despite losing the round. A week later, Gojo, it's now time for your fight in round 1 of the loser's bracket. You will be going up against Mixer Taitei from Ultimate Muscle. What are your thoughts heading into this last chance matchup? Mixer Taitei? Is that all they got? Laughs mockingly. I faced stronger opponents than him in training, but let's not underestimate anyone. This is a fight for survival and redemption. I will use this opportunity to prove once again why I am the strongest. My cursed energy is at its peak, and I will not hold back. Let's see how long Mixer Taitei can stand against me. Victory is assured. He flashes another cocky grin as he waits for the fight to begin. Now, Grung, next up, we have Gojo Satoru versus Mixer Taitei. Now, many people believe Mixer Taitei is the biggest jobber in the tournament. Some believe he is even weaker than Wheelchair Guy. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, Gojo Satoru is definitely a force to be reckoned with. His powerful techniques and ability to adapt make him a formidable opponent for anyone. However, Mixer Taitei, on the other hand, is often seen as an easy target due to his perceived weakness. However, we've seen before that underestimating an opponent can lead to serious consequences.
So true, Grung. We definitely saw that with Glover and the Moon here in Loser's Bracket.
While it's true that Mixer Taitei might not possess the same strength or speed as some of the other fighters, he still has some good tricks up his sleeve and might catch Gojo off guard if he plays his cards right. In short, this match could prove to be more interesting than initially thought. Of course, Gojo still holds the upper hand in terms of raw potential, but don't count Mixer Taitei out just yet. Remember, anything can happen in this tournament.
So true, Grung. Grung, you're a fantastic reporter. You're very good. I'm glad we got here on the street. I'm glad we're here on the streets to discuss this with you. Let me go ahead and pop a commercial break real quick. And we will be right back after these 90-second messages. Tuck this shit in. And we are back and ready to jump right in. I've actually turned the screen off. Mixer Taitei, Gojo Satoru. Where are they fighting at? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon stage. No, they're fighting in the Icy Mountains. The Canadian peaks. Oh, and Gojo immediately trying to dodge the kicks of Mixer Taitei. Gojo's just so fast. Now, listen, it basically just came down to, in my mind, is Mixer Taitei too big for Gojo to do that to? Because Metal Gear Rex was. And it appears that Mixer Taitei is not too big for for Gojo to manhandle him. So I think this is a pretty easy one for I thought there was a real possibility if Mixer Taitei was too big for Gojo to grab, he could actually come out on top here, just barely. But no, Gojo's able to hit all of his moves. It's so fucking over for Mixer Taitei. Listen, I went into losers bracket, like, I went into the tournament, honestly, as a whole, like, confident in my mind that Glover, Mixer Taitei, and Ash Williams were all getting double tapped. I was so fucking confident. And right now I'm 1-1, because Mixer Taitei is definitely getting double tapped. So much so that I probably should have ran the ad break during the Mixer Taitei fight. But that's not how I choose to do it. Now that being said, Glover did not get double tapped. Unfortunately, Gooper Blooper, the man I put the most effort into, got double tapped. That's a real shame. Gonna be biased for a second here. But, you know, it's whatever. We'll see how Ash does. Ash is facing Smile Dog in the main event tonight. I mean, I'm openly biased on that one. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed watching a blender get repeatedly dragged through the snow. Because you just got to see it like 7 times. And you know what, admittedly, that's probably something none of you have ever seen before and may never see again. Not many people drag their blenders through the snow. He's fucking dead. Mixer Taitei is fucking dead. Mixer Taitei has been fucking popped, capped, blasted, cooked into smithereens. There's just nothing to say. You fucking did it. Congratulations. You fucking should. Was that the same image? I thought that was... Okay, it's not. The images just lined up really well. Gojo fucking kills Mixer Taitei. Barely. What am I... Wait, okay, well, listen. No, I forgot we don't, like, need to interview him because he won. But let's get his reaction to murdering his opponent. That was pathetic, but I expected nothing less from someone like Mixer Taitei. Gojo wiped some blood off his lip from a small cut he received during the fight. Now where's my opponent for the next round? Bring them on. I'm ready to continue proving my dominance and reclaiming my spot in the grand finals. The strongest shall prevail. Smirk's confidently waiting for his next challenger. Alright, that's going to be the rare we hear from the winner immediately because I fucked up. I had to see Gojo's reaction to killing Mixer Taitei. I shouldn't have. I supposed to talk to the losers, but we can't talk to Mixer Taitei because he's dead. Let's go ahead and report Gojo is the winner. Boop. Okay, alright. Fellas, earlier we had the Frosty Panic Cope fight. Here comes the Ultra Panic Cope fight. That's right, it wasn't just Frosty. Next up, we have Metal Sonic versus Touka. Let's see if Metal Sonic can do what Ippo did. But let's see an immediate reaction first from Metal Sonic's loss last week. After being defeated by Peter Griffin, Metal Sonic seethed with anger and frustration. How could such an inferior life form best him? It didn't matter. He would continue until there was only chaos left in this wake. As he found himself in the loser's bracket, his determination only grew stronger. He would show everyone why he was superior and why they should fear him. There was no room for failure now. Each match from here on out would be fought with maximum force and precision. I shall not falter again, he vowed silently to himself, his eyes glowing brightly behind the protective shields as he prepared for his next opponent. Listen, as much as I want Metal Sonic to win, oh my, he's a Touka believer? A week passes. I approach Metal Sonic for his next fight. Metal Sonic, your next matchup is against Touka from Uruamuno, who many believe to be a top seed to potentially win the whole thing, despite also losing in round 1. What are your thoughts going into this? I know that Touka's a heavy contender. Why is she in losers? Because she fights fucking Ben. The only person who's debatably a heavier contender. Metal Sonic raised an eyebrow upon hearing about his upcoming opponent, taking note of her reputation. However, this did little to deter his belief in his own supremacy. If anything, it served as motivation for him to prove just how flawed the notion of her potential victory truly was. Touka may have impressed some weak-minded individuals, but she cannot stand against my unparalleled might and cunning, he declared confidently, his voice dripped with arrogance. Ultra called you weak-minded. This battle will end with her defeat, further solidifying my place as the ultimate fighter in this tournament, he added, clenching his fists tightly, ready for the challenge ahead. No grung. Next up, we have a huge matchup. Metal Sonic versus Touka from Utarimono. I think I've like spelled it a lot. I'm still never confident. Touka is believed to be one of the top contenders. That says TP. That's not what I meant to put. Please let me in. To win the whole thing, despite already being in losers bracket. Your thoughts? That's the Sonic and him making him a sassy robot.
Oh man, this is gonna be an intense battle. Sorry, I don't mean to get into the mic and then cough. Metal Sonic with his robotic precision and high-speed abilities versus Touka, who relies on her lethal beauty and deadly technique. Oh my god, someone who knows who Touka is? It's a classic case of mechanical prowess versus raw talent. Despite losing in the previous round, Touka still remains a formidable opponent. Her resilience and skill set are undeniable, making her a threat to any challenger. Meanwhile, Metal Sonic never backs down from a fight, constantly striving to improve and surpass its limitations. This clash will surely test both combatants to their limits, and neither party should underestimate the other. It might even come down to strategy rather than pure strength. Whoever manages to anticipate their opponent's moves and capitalize on weaknesses will likely emerge victorious.
Very well thought out answer, Grung. And we're ready. Big matchup. This is where losers bracket is starting to get real spicy here. Could be a contender for one of the best fights here tonight. Who knows? Metal Sonic. Touka. They're going at it. Sorry, that we're Touka's figuring out which ally she's bringing in tonight. Who's she taking? I don't know which one that is off the top of my head. A sword fighter. All right, she's going double swords against Metal Sonic. Probably looking to potentially keep him locked down, trying to stop him from making any quick maneuvers. Oh, she's keeping a swords person on each side of Metal Sonic to keep him from running around, catching her off guard. Metal Sonic has not been able to get a single move. He's not been able to even take a step yet. Oh, he headbutted her, but Touka had it ready. She is definitely using that ally of hers to keep Metal Sonic trapped in the middle. They are monkey in the middling Metal Sonic. That's a tongue twister for you right there. Try and say that 5 times fast. I will not. Oh, Metal Sonic able to break free, able to dodge past. This is his chance. He's doing some big damage already. But Touka's right back on the offensive. That's proving exactly why Touka's needing to keep Metal Sonic trapped between the two of them. Because the moment he breaks free, he starts doing crazy damage with his pure power here. Grung was right as usual. It really looks like it's coming down to strategy here from Touka. Oh, it's Octavia. They have her name right there. Is this going to be enough to kill Metal Sonic? I think it's not. Is close, though. Is close. And she's just going to do it again. Metal Sonic's still in it. Metal Sonic's still in it. He could burst out here. Okay, he went for a big explosion, but Touka was able to run in and, like, elbow check him. Touka standing victorious there in round 1. As we head into round 2, Metal Sonic has not shown off... What was the thing? It was like Super Metal Overdrive or something. It's like the whole reason he was added. There's like a giant robot version, like a giant Gundam robot version of him. Ultra, what was the name of that thing? It's like his level 3 super, I think. But he just keeps trying to use chaos control and like shoot forward. This is not working out for him. He'd probably win if he just saved up and turned into the giant robot. But Touka's doing a great job of keeping him. Fuck, I don't remember. I feel like it was like Heavy Metal Overlord or something. I feel like I'm gonna Google Heavy Metal Overlord and see if that comes up. It's a great time to do this, by the way, because I'm like 90% sure this is just gonna be Touka juggling him for the next 5 minutes. Okay, it's just called Metal Overlord. I don't know why I include the heavy metal. It's not like a rock star. Okay, real damage being made. Real damage being made. Touka immediately gets him with a big swipe, which is gonna break any attempt at a combo he was going for. And she's just shown us. This is definitely not best match of the tournament, but Touka proving why she's a top contender despite losing to Ben round 1. You gotta go Metal Overlord now! Alright, he didn't go to Metal Overlord. Damn, we didn't get Metal Overlord and we didn't get the Dragon Zord from Green Ranger. I apologize. I have the duty to restore this world to its proper state. I can't afford to fall here. Forgive me. The rare winner interview? Touka apologizing to Metal Sonic? He's not going to be happy about that apology. He's going to see that shit as, like, condescending. When Touka managed to eliminate Metal Sonic, he couldn't help but feel shocked and enraged. Despite his previous declaration, she had proven herself to be his superior in terms of strategy and adaptation. As he lay defeated on the ground, he couldn't deny the sense of humiliation that washed over him. But just as quickly, the rage returned, fueled by his desire for revenge and proof of his dominance. "You may have won this battle, human," he growled through gritted teeth, struggling to lift himself up. "But know that my quest for ultimate power continues." With those final words, Metal Sonic disappeared into the shadows, determined to return one day and reclaim his rightful place atop the M.U.G.E.N 64 hierarchy. He said, "Catch me in M.U.G.E.N 128, which will not be happening." He's gonna single-handedly run M.U.G.E.N 128 just so he can be in it and win. Okay, fellas. Okay. Alright. We're gonna speak to Grung first before this next one. Let me get the Grung message typed up. There's always the draft. He could get drafted in the M.U.G.E.N draft league. That is true. You know what? This is good ad break time because I'm gonna be typing for a second, and when we get back, we can get going into it. Alright. Grung message typed. Once the ad break's done, we'll jump right in. Not into the fight. We'll jump into the getting the, you know, the talkie. You know, we'll talk to our good buddy Grung and whatnot. Once those ad breaks be finished, grab you and grab. Oh, get those ready. And we're back from commercial. And next up, highly anticipated matchup. Less so for the matchup itself and more so for what's on the line, as it is Hatsune Miku versus the Arcade Cabinet. Miku at risk of elimination here. Arcade Cabinet, a frosty favorite, also at risk of elimination. We're going to speak to Grung first. Our next match is one that people are very anxious about. It's Hatsune Miku versus an Arcade Cabinet. Miku has a lot riding on this tournament and barely lost in round 1 via a split-second decision. Many fans are watching this fight with bated breath to see if Miku will survive. What are your thoughts, Grung, as we head into this highly anticipated matchup?
An Arcade Cabinet. That's certainly an unexpected opponent for Hatsune Miku. It's hard to predict how this fight will play out since it involves a non-human entity that's essentially controlled by the player's actions. However, Miku has proven herself to be incredibly talented and adaptable in past performances. With her vast repertoire of songs and unique vocal capabilities, she can easily counter whatever strategies the Arcade Cabinet might employ. As long as she stays calm and focused on her strengths, there's no reason why she shouldn't emerge victorious. Plus, her fan base is massive, which could potentially sway judges in her favor. Regardless of the outcome, this will be an intriguing match to watch unfold.
There's no judges, Grung. These are death matches. Not even really referees. I mean, people get penalties for cheating, but that's like about it. And some people cheat without it.
Right, forgot about that pesky detail. Guess I got caught up in analyzing things like usual. In any case, you're absolutely correct. These matches are no-holds-barred life-or-death struggles where the only rule is to incapacitate or eliminate your opponent by any means necessary. Even still, the spectacle surrounding each fight attracts fans who wish to witness the culmination of weeks or months of intense preparation and training. As long as they remember that these events are based purely on violence and survival rather than technical prowess or strategic thinking, everyone should have a thrilling time enjoying the bloodshed and chaos.
Grung, that doesn't answer my question, but that's alright. We're going to cut to footage last week of Hatsune Miku being defeated in a split-second decision. Monokuma just barely hit her with the execution, and let's see how she reacted. The pain was immense, but so was the fire burning within her. As she lay on the ground, her body aching from the brutal battle, Miku couldn't help but feel a surge of determination washing over her. She may have lost this round, but she refused to let it define her. There was still a chance for redemption, and she would claw her way back into the winner's bracket if it was the last thing she did. As she was helped to her feet by Juice-Man, she glanced over at him with a mix of gratitude and defiance. "Thank you," she muttered, her voice barely audible above the roar of the crowd. "But don't think this is the end for me. I'll make sure to kick Monokuma's ass next time we meet." Hatsune Miku, this is right now, real time. Hatsune Miku, your next matchup is against an arcade machine. What are your thoughts? Miku took a deep breath, trying to calm her racking heart as she prepared for her next fight. A week had passed since her devastating loss against Monokuma, and she had spent every moment training under Juice Man's watchful eye. She had learned new techniques, honed her skills, and pushed her body to its limits once again. But despite all this, she couldn't shake off the lingering doubt that clouded her mind. "Arcade machine, huh?" she mused, her eyes narrowing in thought. "I've heard stories about it. It's supposed to be unpredictable and relentless. Well, I'm ready for whatever it throws at me. I'll give it my all and show everyone that I belong in the winner's bracket." Her voice held a steely determination, masking the fear that still lurked beneath the surface. Gentlemen, ladies, it is time for Hatsune Miku versus an arcade cabinet. Lock in. A tense matchup for sure, a heavily looked at fight. This will actually probably be a very close fight. Both these competitors are very good. They're in fucking Mementos, the place where dreams are made. How fitting. And Miku's immediately going at the arcade cabinet. She's immediately giving it everything she's got. Over the arcade cabinet, getting close, trying to get his own juggles here, getting up in the air, going for the aerial juggles, and it worked. They're pretty even already. Oh, the bomb? This bomber guy? What's this? Bomber man? That's what it's called. I was like, what's that fucking? Bomber guy's the YouTube. Nice aerial spinneroonie. Miku's got her own aerial moves there, but they're not quite as good as the arcade cabinet, who is starting to juggle her now. But the Basara is ready. The Basara is devastating. Miku needs to not get hit by the Basara here. She's got Gumi out. She's got Gumi out, and Gumi juggles the arcade cabinet. Gumi helps Miku get the win. That was so scary for her. I have no idea what a Basara is. I just know arcade cabinet usually wins when he does it. German suplex to the arcade machine. A second German suplex to the arcade machine. Can we go 3 Germans for thing? Oh, the Basara. That's Galaga. Galaga man. What are they, just Galaga aliens? I don't want to call it Galaga man. And that's going to give arcade cabinet a big starting point. He's charging up the Basara, but Miku is singing. She's putting on performance. She's getting to it. It's a 3rd German suplex. Miku trying to zone the arcade cabinet out here. She's building up Gumi. She saw how much Gumi won her that fight. I think I said Basara ready. I think I saw the Basara ready pop up. Gumi is almost at max power. If she gets him in the corner again. Okay, now the Basara is definitely ready. German suplex number 4. I think it's going to come down to Gumi or Basara here. Gumi's ready. Gumi's been launched. Oh, but he's not in the corner. But is he stupid? Is he going to just walk into Gumi repeatedly? Oh, he tried to zone. He's in danger. The arcade cabinet's in trouble here. He's trying to... Oh! I think the bomb backfired on both of them. Truly the battle for Sega history. And Hatsune Miku able to successfully zone out the arcade cabinet. Hatsune Miku survives. I don't know why I pulled up Miku there. Hatsune Miku. Come on, why couldn't it be Smash Bros. And insta-kill? It'd still be more fair than half the moves allowed. So true. Dude, I won't lie. When he did the Galaga move, I did kind of think, like, is this going to just kill her Smash Bros. Style? It did do, like, a chunk of damage to her, though. It did, like, a lot of damage, but it did not do enough. Hatsune Miku moving on. Arcade cabinet eliminated. The Hatsune Miku versus Touka matchup is real. It's possible. It hasn't happened yet. He said I must lift, but I have no legs. Alright, next up. Who's next? Alright, Frosty. Frosty's sweating bullets because he's getting rushed. Next up is Shaquille O'Neal versus the Harvest Moon Farmer. Let's hear from Shaq first off. Shaq, he had a close match with Palico, but Palico was able to outmaneuver him. As a reminder, we don't have the interview with Harvest Moon, but Harvest Moon Farmer, a lot of people think he should have won that match. Grillby, kind of on sus watch. Grillby was reviving himself. It was a little cringe. Even I would agree with that. Let's see what Shaq has to say. Defeated. Oh, footage immediately after the loss. Defeated Shaq is devastated by his loss, but quickly regains his composure.
I may have lost the battle, but far from out of the fight. I'll come back stronger and smarter in loser bracket. I'll let this setback define me.
Shaq. Sorry, this is Kermit. Shaq, your next matchup is round 1 of loser bracket is against the Harvest Moon Farmer. What are your thoughts going into this contest? Shaq looks determined.
I'm not taking this farmer lightly. I may have underestimated my previous opponents, but I've learned from my mistakes. My Shaq Fu is sharper than ever, and I'm ready to show the farmer what it means to face off against me. Let the harvest begin.
Shaq trying on a new catchphrase. Fucking let the harvest begin. He said lock in, let the harvest begin. It's the damn Berlin Wall. I have snipers on every wall. Farmer loses, then none of you are seen your family. Next up, we have Shaq versus the Harvest Moon Farmer. Now, a lot of people believe Farmer lost under suspicious circumstances regarding his opponent Grillby repeatedly reviving himself in battle. Do you have an opinion on this? Always thinking. Leans in closer, voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Oh.
You know, I heard rumors about that too. It's not impossible for someone to find a loophole in the rules or exploit glitches within the system. What do you implying by that, Grung? However, without concrete evidence, it's difficult to determine whether there was foul play involved. As for Shaq, he's always been a formidable presence on the court. His size alone makes him a threat to anyone who stands in his way. Against the Harvest Moon farmer, Shaq will need to stay vigilant and avoid underestimating his opponent. Farmers might seem harmless, but this particular farmer has shown impressive resilience and resourcefulness. Whether or not there was cheating involved, Shaq must remain focused and ready for anything in order to secure a victory.
1 round loss equals 1 soul taken by God. I will not have this resurrection crap. Well, let's dive in. Shaquille O'Neal versus the Harvest Moon farmer. Shaq catching strays a little bit. Isn't not Shaq's fault that some sus shit happened with Grilby. But he's catching the strays. And we're fighting on the side of the road. There's the cops. The cops are patrolling for any dirty business. Oh, they're scouting each other out. Oh my god. He just threw him like a ragdoll, bro. Shaq going for the kicks, going for the jumps. He's trying to avoid all of the Harvest Moon farmer's little ground. He slipped. I love that. That's such a good animation for him slipping on the water. Dude, Shaq's going fucking crazy. He's just throwing sniper on deck. He just keeps grabbing him like a little basketball and throwing him. Is that Shaq screaming "ah" every time he slips on the water? I gotta hear this.
Sorry. What?
Oh, he didn't do it that time. All right. It's so funny. This is a great matchup. I love that he just keeps throwing the farmer like he's a little basketball. Dude, this is cheer for the power of farming. Chat cheer. Chat is not popping off for either of these competitors right now. It's mostly just Frosty getting really upset that the farmer isn't easily winning here. Farmer is currently in the lead though. That hammer did big damage to Shaq's big feetsies. Alright, farmer takes round 1. It was close though. It was a lot of combat. Honestly, Shaq did better focusing against a smaller opponent than I was expecting him to. Oh, and Farmer realizing that apparently it's just all right to fight a little dirty in this tournament, jumping Shaq before the bell rang, and now just going after his kneecaps with a hammer. Farmer's starting to do whatever. Oh my god, just ricocheted him with that super kick. Farmer willing to now do whatever it takes to try and win legitimately. A little controversial decision there attack earlier, but it's hard to be mad at him when what Grilby did was far worse, honestly. And the farmer is going crazy here in this matchup. Shaq's dancing. He's hitting crazy Shaq Fu maneuvers. Dude, the farmer saw how much that hammer hurt Shaq's legs, and he started playing fucking whack-a-mole. He started going for it. It's easy farmer sweep now, I think. That is some decent damage, but farmer's about to just slip you up and fucking bonk your legs. I love Shaq throwing him like a little basketball so much. Basketball spam! Oh, is the farmer in trouble here? Oh, he's dancing. Oh, he throws him. He's doing backflips. Oh my, Shaq's starting to turn around. The crowd is throwing things at the Harvest Moon farmer. Oh, and that made Harvest Moon farmer even mad. That made farmer even angrier. And he got the win on Shaq there. With that, Shaquille O'Neal is eliminated. The Harvest Moon farmer moves on. Let's see what Shaq has to say about his loss. My bit, I was gonna ban Martian Panther if he lost around the show series, ruined. Shaq, good. Martian Panther deserves to live. Don't piss on the graves, you son of a bitch. Shaq walks off the stage after his defeat, disappointed but not defeated. Well, no, he is, like, defeated, literally.
I fought hard in losers bracket, gave everything I had, but ultimately it wasn't enough. I'll take this as a lesson learned and come back even stronger next time. My journey ends here, but my passion for the competition and for self-improvement will never die.
He walks off stage, head held high, and determined to come back, stronger than before. Thank you, Shaq. 07's in the chat. I salute you, Shaquille O'Neal. It's ad break time while we get ready for our next matchup. Don't leave. Next up is the Mangle versus Ryuji Sakamoto. Stay tuned. We have our next match set up, ready to go. We are waiting for the ad breaks to come on in, and we'll be sure to get going. We got some good matches coming up. We got Ryuji versus Mangle up next, but that's not all. We got more coming. We got 4 more matches after this one. We got 5 matches total left. Let's take a peek at what else is to come. Take a little look-see. We got Karin versus Seth Rollins. Then we got Michael General Zod versus Frigimon. We got Deadpool versus the Wheelchair Guy as a bathroom break match. 15 matches into the 16-match show. We got Ash Williams versus Smile Dog. We should not have put Wheelchair Guy that deep into the fucking bracket, but these were random, so what you know. What can you do? He's always shown up at the end until now, until after now, because he's gonna die. The Wheelchair Man, he's gonna get his shit beaten in. I'd say he'd get his legs broken, but they're already broken. He's in a wheelchair. Wheelchair Guy's get fucking jobbed out, bro. The guy's so fucked. He's so fucking fucked, man. Deadpool is gonna kill Wheelchair Guy. It's gonna be an actual bloodbath. And so make sure you stay tuned. You already saw like one guy die tonight. It was Mixer Taitei. You stay or stick around. You'll see another guy die tonight. You'll see Wheelchair Guy get fucking murdered. And it's, big thumbs up. It's gonna be a hell of a time. And make sure you stay tuned. We got 5 matches. We'll do 3 more. We'll run one last ad break after that, and then we'll hit the last 2, and it'll be thumbs up all around. I think we should be out of ad breaks here, either now or any moment. We hit the thumbs up. Are we good to go? Good to go. All right. We got Mangle versus Ryuji. Let's go ahead and check on Mangle after her loss against Kung Fu Man, who simply had all of her moves scouted, simply outplayed. Mangle returns to the dimly lit security room, its body limping slightly from the battle. Its more mechanical head hangs low, defeated, while the canine head whines softly. Nuzzling against Mangle's fluffy white fur, the robotic eyes flicker as it processes the news of its loss and impending elimination. Wait, how did I do this?
Kung Fu Man, stronger, lost.
It murmurs, clearly disappointed in itself. The blue and red wires sway back and forth, their usual energetic movements subdued by Mangle's sadness.
There must be another way to protect the pizzeria,
it says, determination sparking once more in its mechanical voice. Mangle's remaining functions start to analyze the security footage, searching for any weaknesses or vulnerabilities that Kung Fu Man may have exploited during their fight. maybe you should focus less on the man who already beat you, and focus more on the person who you must defeat in order to stay in the tournament. Ryuji Sakamoto. Mangle's cannon head snaps up, its eyes wide with determination. The blue and red wires perk up, animated by the new challenge.
Ryuji Sakamoto must defeat. Focus on strengths.
It mutters to itself, analyzing the security footage once more with renewed vigor. The more functional cannon head looks at Juice Man, its amber eyes filled with hope.
Thank you, Juice Man. Your words have given me new motivation. I will train harder and learn from my mistakes. Together, we can make sure the pizzeria remains safe.
With a small nod, Mangle disappears in the shadows of the pizzeria, determined to prepare for its upcoming fight against Ryuji in the loser's bracket. As for Ryuji, after his fight, getting beat down by Kim Pine, absolutely whooping Ryuji's ass. Ryuji was beaten badly, his face was bruised, his mouth was bleeding, and he was sweating. God damn, he said as he tries to catch his breath. And then Kermit, a week later, prepares the interview. Alright, Ryuji, your next matchup in round 1 loser's bracket is against the Mangle from Freddy Fazbear's. What are your thoughts? Ryuji looks at Kermit with confidence and smirks on his a smirk on his face. That I'm gonna kick that robot's ass and move to winner's bracket, he said pretty confident as he crossed his arms in a cocky and carefree way. Well, didn't you say the same thing about Kim Pine? Ryuji looks at Kermit. The words coming from his mouth just made him feel like the dumbest person on earth. He had a look of shame and realization of the situation that he pointed out. He felt embarrassed for himself that he didn't want to admit it, but you were right. He took a deep breath and said, "Shut up. I know." And with that, we're jumping right in to Mangle versus Ryuji. I have no idea who's going. It's two shorties. I guess Mangle's not that short. Mangle's like kind of like a mid-sized fella. Uh-oh, has Ryuji lost confidence? It seems very possible. But, you know, maybe that's good. Maybe Ryuji hasn't lost confidence. Maybe Ryuji has lost some ego, perhaps. Become a little more down to earth. Ryuji's doing good damage to Mangle here. Oh, but Mangle just did a big chompy. Those Smash Brothers noises. As we see Mangle just kind of throat punching him. That's not where Ryuji gets punched in the throat. It's where Mangle punches you with her throat. What is... Oh, that was Captain Zack or whatever it's called. What is that? Shadow Fredbear? Well, it's gone, whatever it was. It did a lot of damage to Ryuji as well, whatever it was. This is very close. Ryuji's trying to corner Mangle, but Mangle eats him. No EXP or Faz tokens earned? Ryuji's that weak of an opponent? What an indirect insult to Ryuji from Mangle. Ryuji's doing his best to try and get off as many moves as possible here. Big baseball hit. As Mangle's starting to juggle him. Ryuji's starting to do a good job of getting some good combos off. He's just got to be careful not to get looped by Mangle. He's doing a great job of not getting grabbed here in round 2 here. I said here a lot. Way too much. Damn burn. Oh no. Oh no! Get it off the screen. Is that his doubles? Is Springtrap and Sexy Chica? If they're all here? That might be too much for Ryuji to handle. Wait, he's still fighting back? He's ignoring... He's just beating up Springtrap as well? I don't really know what Springtrap does. He's kind of just standing there menacingly. Mangle summoning another friend. It's a big piece of pizza. I think Springtrap just exploded. Either way, Mangle wins.
Freddy, my child, please buy me an esoteric hot dog.
No.
But I need it.
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 Fine, Jesus Christ, I'm sick of you already.
I didn't hear any of that except for at the end where he said, "Jesus Christ, I'm sick of you already." Wall. I guess that would make sense if Springtrap was just kind of like a big wall. Anyway, yeah, fucking get tapped, get fucking blasted. Mangle wins. Let's see what they say with this. Ryuji looked at the floor. He felt embarrassed from having just lost to a machine, so he thought he was weak for losing to some robot. It made him feel humiliated, but at the same time, he was angry at himself for losing. Well, he'll have to just stew in that anger, because he's fucking out of here. Eliminated! Alright, okay. Listen, we gotta talk about behind the scenes stuff. We gotta... It's both breaking kayfabe and also, like, completely shoot in kayfabe. This is, like real life and storyline are mixing together here, alright? So, you've seen some of the, like, the group chats. We're getting, like, the conferences. We're putting the characters together. It's so good that I did these beforehand, off-screen. Because I put Karin and Seth Rollins together, and they immediately started going at it. And I ain't talking about fighting. We had to throw that footage right into the incinerator. We had to have Mangle munch that footage up and toss it right in the fire. That footage is gone of that conference. So now we're gonna talk to these two separately, and we got there's a lot we gotta talk to Rollins about the spiral, the attacking Weezer, the Karin interview. We're gonna get Karin out of here fast. We're gonna have Kermit. Kermit's doing both these interviews. Kermit's fucking working double time, piece of shit. And we're gonna start with Karin Uzumaki. Here's some we got footage right after Karin lost. Let's see that week ago footage first. Karin sat in a corner, seething about her loss. That brute! I shall beat his ass next time. Then he'll see. As she vented, she had to admit he was quite strong, but she vowed that he wouldn't lose. Who'd you lose to? Oh yeah, Pumpkinhead like obliterated her after they talked a bunch of shit to each other. That's so funny. Anyway. Alright. Alright, Karin. Normally I jump right into asking you about your upcoming match with WWE Champion Seth Rollins, but we need to address the elephant in the room, and that's the fact that you and him were trying to get hot and heavy during the press conference. Karin looked over at you, a glare on her face. She seemed to have been reminded of that moment. Don't remind me. It's so hard to control myself around him. He's so handsome. I'm determined that he will be mine. Karin, are you aware of everything he's done? Attacking Ash Williams backstage, attacking all 5 members of Weezer, being a member of the Spiral, and allegations that he threw his last match so that Monica could progress further to increase the Spiral's chances of winning the tournament. Karin seemed conflicted as she listened to all the bad he had done, yet her obsession and infatuation for him seemed as strong as ever. Despite all that, I can't help how I feel. He's so perfect. I'd do anything for him. Well, you're about to fight him in loser's bracket, where one of you will be completely eliminated from the tournament. I guess that means it's time to prove if you really will do anything for him. Will Karin throw, like Seth Rollins supposedly, reportedly rumored threw for Monica? Karin nodded and got a determined look in her eyes. You're right. I'm not going to hold back, and I'll show him how serious I am. When he sees my true power, he'll undoubtedly fall for me. Then I'll make him all mine, she said as she got a somewhat crazed look in her eyes. I am laughing at the thought of you trying to get that press conference on track and the AI's not listening. Okay, this is not a bit. This is not a fucking joke. I'm not saying this to be funny. They started going at it, and in character as reporter Kermit, I yelled in all caps, "What the fuck, you guys?" Karin and Rollins both looked at Kermit, told him to shut up and fuck off, and then proceeded to no-sell and ignore everything Kermit said, and just, like, focused on each other. Wink, wink. And it was fucking out of here. Sent to the Shadow Realm. Almost a double DQ. Kermit could not get out of the room. They were blocking the doorway. He was just trying to escape. It's horrible. Anyway, on to Seth Rollins. So let's break over what I put in here, because this is true. Monica defeats Seth Rollins. The fight is marred with controversy. This is a news report. However, the fight's marred with controversy, as it's revealed later in the week that both Seth Rollins and Monica are supposedly members of the faction known as the Spiral, led by fellow competitor Sadako Yamamura.
Rumors began spreading that Rollins intentionally threw the fight via Sadako's request in order to enact their game plan of ensuring Monica made it further in the tournament, as Sadako believes Monica would have a better chance of making it to the finals with her, though these reports have not yet been proven. This is immediately after the fight. No, it's not. It's actually later on. Seth would go on social media after that match and would call Monica a cheater and that the Spiral faction sucks. Into interview time. This is his tweet. Seth Rollins on Twitter. So yeah, I lost to a cheater. Monica didn't deserve the win. The Spiral faction sucks. I can take all of them. If Monica didn't cheat, I would have beaten that anime girl. Of course, the controversy of the fight did have to be reset. Monica was given a penalty for it. 1 week later in the week, Kermit reproaches Rollins before his loser's bracket fight. Seth, is it true that you were actually never a member of the Spiral, and that Sadako lied when she said you were in it in order to conceal the identity of her 7th member? That's right! I am not a member of the Spiral! Sadako sucks, and she sucks even more because she lied about me joining the Spiral faction. I am not a member. Very funny to see Frosty come back and say, did I miss anything? During this moment. Seth Rollins screaming that he is not a member of the Spiral faction, and that Sadako sucks, and the Spiral sucks. Alright, well that's very good to hear. Though admittedly you would fit right in with that group, considering you're a son of a bitch who attacked all 5 members of Weezer backstage, canceling their live performance for seemingly no reason. Oh, I got a really good reason, and that reason is that Weezer sucks! And they're so bad that all of us didn't want to listen to his shitty live performance, and they wanted me to apologize. I won't do it! Weezer sucks! So all of us in the WWE locker room attacked Weezer backstage, and we canceled their performance. You had the entire WWE locker room attack Weezer? Yeah! We had the entire WWE locker room attack Weezer. Weezer sucks. They are the worst. They wanted to make that horrible live performance. They did it at a concert, and we all attacked Weezer. That's insane. But I have a job to do, so let's move on to talking about your match coming up with Karin Uzumaki, a woman who tried to get very, let's say, up close and personal with you during the conference. I know a little bit about Karin and how she wants to beat my ass, and I'm okay with it. But I need to focus, because I need to win my next match and go to the finals of the M.U.G.E.N 64 tournament. And I'll put an end to the whole love story bullshit that Karin Uzumaki is pushing. Alright, and there ends, maybe the most elaborate fucking setup of a match yet. And it's all a shoot. None of that was planned. That's all shoot. The Weezer Karin conference will probably go down as an all-timer controversial moment that is not on screen. It will never be on screen. I'm so glad one of these two is now gonna be gone. Seth Rollins officially not a member of the Spiral. That does mean there is a mystery person in the Spiral. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Kermit, Juice Man, they've all done their own little reporting. They've reported back to me. I think I have a good idea of who the other member of the Spiral is. And I'm gonna confront them next week in Winner's Bracket. And we'll see if I'm correct. We'll see if I've figured out who this other member of the Spiral is. Truly, what did Monica and Seth discuss during the crash? Probably how much fucking Weezer sucks. I get, based on how Seth Rollins acting. The whole WWE locker room. That sounds like a death flag tray. Listen, all I'm saying is if we start up the stream and Ian is suddenly doing commentary and not me, all you need to know is that I didn't do it to myself. Did it to me. I'm telling you, did it to me. Seth Rollins, you just beat the crap out of Karin. Don't do it. She went for the big punch and missed. I think Karin's distracted a bit. Karin's a little too lusty right now. Listen, I'm not saying that I would be into Karin being all over me because she's a little fucking crazy. But I know my audience. I know you fucking sick freaks in the chat. And so who's to say that a good chunk of you wouldn't be thrilled to have Karin all over you, psycho style? But that, you know, and so who's to judge Rollins for giving in a little bit in the moment? At the end of the day, he is still focused on the fight, something that it does not appear Karin is.
And I think that's really what's given Seth Rollins the upper hand here. She is blocking like crazy. She kind of just wants to feel his knuckles impact. I gotta kill this fucking bit. We need these motherfuckers gone. I'm glad we don't have to deal with these pieces of shit anymore. I'm open bias. Listen, Seth Rollins, he's done a lot of problematic things. I'm not happy with Seth Rollins. He keeps beating up our musical live performances. Karin, I will attest. I've seen the footage. Karin did initiate the thing I can't show. It could be that Seth intentionally went in to distract Karin. I can tell you from personal eyewitness reports, Karin started it. Karin started it. If you want to blame Seth Rollins for leaning into it, that's up to the individual and their own personal judgments. Seth Rollins did not go into that conference with the same mindset that Karin did. Let me put that on the table right now. We were 1-1. Karin actually successfully running defense strats there actually worked out massively for Karin in that round. Seth Rollins going for the Revolution knee quite a lot, and it has not been working. Karin's been playing extremely defensive here. Normally, I would have talked about how Karin, winner, survivor of the Great Ninja War, should have like a high contender here, but she's in loser bracket. No, instead we gotta focus on all the controversy behind this crap. Behind these sick freaks. Karin for the big slap, but it didn't work. Rollins moving in with a curb stomp there, connected with part of it. Karin is in the lead, and that does not make me happy. I'll do it. I'll be the unbiased. I'll be the extremely biased person here. Actually, he has set a steel chair on fire and is beating Karin with a flaming steel chair, and it's incredible. He's spamming steel chairs. He's afraid of this woman. She has freaked him out, and it takes a lot to get under Seth Rollins' skin. Now you could question if maybe Karin went into this with the mindset of trying to distract Seth Rollins, get his head out of the game. I think it's far more likely that Karin is just that crazy, and Seth Rollins is victorious. One day I'm gonna rewatch the Great Ninja War. You shouldn't, because the frame rate's piss poop shit. Seth Rollins is victorious. It was a dark time in the internet stability of my streams. 07's in the chat for Aaron Esurance, by the way, who won the Tournament of Souls and definitely should have been in this, but nobody made an Aaron Esurance character. It's an extremely close fight, but Seth Rollins remained focused and ultimately won. Karin is eliminated. But truly, the Great Ninja War is Gamers House of Leaves, where I've watched different medias and different storms throughout it. Karin sat back against the wall of the arena, utterly defeated as she was now officially out of the tournament. She let out a sigh and closed her eyes, not letting out a sound as she was thinking about how her fight went wrong. Probably you being a massive horn dog, Karin. Fuck you. Moving on. Yeah, probably falling for your opponent. Probably being a freak. Next up, we've got Michael versus Frigimon. Let's see what Michael has to say here. Zod, of course, as a reminder, he believed that Mothra was an illusion and didn't take it seriously, so Mothra Larva obliterated him, never even had to transform. Frustrated, Zod realizes his mistake but refuses to accept defeat. As he watches Mothra emerge victorious, he vows to train harder and adapt to new situations. He approaches Juice Man with a newfound respect for the reality he's trapped in. Your world seems filled with distractions, Juice Man, but know this, I am here for vengeance against the man who wrongfully imprisoned us, and I will stop at nothing until my goals are achieved. He nods curtly before disappearing into the shadows to plan his next move. A week later, Juice Man approaches Michael. Your next matchup in round 1 of loser bracket is against Frigimon. What are your thoughts going into this contest? Determined to learn from his previous mistakes, Michael spent weeks training rigorously to counter Earth's strange threats and fighting styles. He recognizes Frigimon as a dangerous foe, but is not underestimated. Frigimon may prove challenging, but I have honed my abilities to adapt. Expect a fierce battle. With renewed focus and understanding, Michael prepares himself for another clash in the tournament, eyeing eventual confrontation with Superman and the chance to claim ultimate victory. I'm sorry to inform you, Superman is not in the tournament. Angrily, Michael throws aside the information regarding Superman. Despite knowing Superman isn't part of the tournament, Michael cannot help but see everything else as just another obstacle in his path towards global domination and revenge. So be it. My journey towards retaking what is rightfully mine continues. I shall show Frigimon no mercy. His determination unwavering, Michael prepares himself for what he expects to be yet another grueling test of his abilities. And now, we're actually not going to speak with Grung. We're going to go right back to Frigimon's best friend, Black Toy Agumon, to hear from him once again. Frigimon, of course, got obliterated by the Rabbit. Just absolutely crushing. Massive mech suit, did a ridiculous amount of damage. Black Toy Agumon is playing with his Lego blocks when he hears about Frigimon's loss. He sighs, feeling disappointed but not surprised. "Oh, I knew it was going to be tough," he mutters to himself. "But hey, there's still a chance for Frigimon to come back. She just needs to win her next match and then another after that." He looks up with determination in his digital eyes. "We've got to cheer for her, Juice Man. We can't let her get eliminated." "I'm sorry, Black Toy Agumon. I need to remain an unbiased reporter." Juice Man stares directly into the camera, acknowledging the irony. "But that's why I'm here to get your thoughts on her upcoming match against General Zod, aka Michael." Black Toy Agumon rolls his eyes, knowing you can't openly root for Frigimon. "Oh, well, General Zod, aka Michael, is strong too, but Frigimon is experienced with cold characters like him." He pauses, thinking about how to give his friend a better chance without breaking character. "Well, maybe Frigimon should use her freeze breath early and often to slow him down, and try to stay mobile, avoid his attacks as much as possible." He smiles, hoping his advice will help Frigimon turn things around. "Thank you very much for your insight once again, Black Toy Agumon." "No problem. Just remember to tune in and cheer for Frigimon during the match. And who knows, maybe I'll find some Lego blocks to play with while I watch too. Bye now." He waves goodbye and scampers off, looking for his Lego blocks. +1 pun. Anyway. I think I don't know what pun you're talking about. This shit, I'm so fried by the time I'm making these. I think it goes right over my fucking head. Michael. Frigimon. I don't know who's going to win this. Something in my soul says it's going to be Michael. But I think if he only does aerial attacks, Frigimon might be okay. Frigimon has a big hitbox. I had to change Frigimon's hitbox, but we'll see. Frigi could just spam. Frigi could just run in, spam, and ice balls. I did a lot of damage to Frigimon. We cannot ignore how... Dude, General Zod has that Kryptonian power for sure. Okay, the laser beam's a little too high. Frigimon, you're gonna have to do something other than snowballs. You've been blitzed. Calling Zod a cold character. That's why I didn't get the pun. Because I don't know anything about Superman or Michael. Oh no, Frigimon's injured. Frigimon is so cooked. What is there to say? What is there to say other than, we'll see you after this commercial break for the last two matches. We don't need to hear from Black Toy Agumon about the loss. He's let him play with his Lego blocks. He really did train! Holy shit! You know what? YouTube exclusive. YouTube exclusive review. It's not YouTube exclusive. If people on Twitch who don't have ads can also see this, but you know, we'll see what he says. Black Toy Agumon's heart sinks as he hears about Frigimon's loss. He sighs, feeling disappointed but not surprised. "Oh, well, there's always next time," he says, trying to remain optimistic. "Frigimon's a strong fighter, and she'll learn from this experience." He looks up at you with determination in his digital eyes. "Well, let's keep cheering for her, Juice Man. Who knows what the future holds for our brave little Frigimon." Well, she's out of the tournament now. Black Toy Agumon's eyes widen in shock and his mouth forms a small O. "No way, Frigimon couldn't pull through?" He shakes his head, unable to believe it. "That's too bad, but hey, at least we know she gave it her all." He tries to stay positive, but disappointment lingers in his voice. "Thanks for keeping me updated, Juice Man. Maybe next time we'll see her back in action." With a deep breath, he turns his attention back to his Lego blocks, hoping to find solace in their familiar shapes and colors. Thank you for that. During ad break exclusive interview with Black Toy Agumon. Michael continues on in loser's bracket. And let's get ready for our next matchup. We're so almost done. We're back. Welcome back from the ad break. Next up, we have the piss break match, even though we just had an ad break, is Deadpool versus Wheelchair Guy. Let's go talk to Deadpool real quick. Let's get this one over with. Deadpool, of course, lost to the leader of the Spiral, Sadako. He's in loser's bracket. Footage from right after the fight. As round 1 comes to an end, Deadpool is seen sitting in the locker room, his mask hanging loosely around his neck as he nurses various injuries sustained through the intense battle. He lets out a long sigh and mutters under his breath, "Well, that sucked. Let's not forget what we're here for. Killing people who deserve it," he says with a small grin. "Time to find some new targets in the loser's bracket," he adds, lifting his head up high despite being knocked down a step in the competition. Well, Deadpool, I have some good news for you. Looks like you get the freebie this round. You have to fight Wheelchair Guy. Raising an eyebrow, Deadpool stands up from his seat and cracks his knuckles menacingly. "Wheelchair Guy, huh? Never heard of him," he lies blatantly, grinning wide as he prepares for the upcoming battle. "Alright then, Juice Man, lead the way." He grabs his sword cane, adjusting it firmly before following closely behind you towards the arena. Did not know he had a sword cane. We're going to go right over to good buddy Wheelchair Guy. Wheelchair Guy gets fucking massacred by the Green Lantern. Right after the fight, Wheelchair Guy starts yelling profanities and swearing profusely upon losing a Green Lantern. He starts punching the air, punching the ground, screaming and yelling. He is not happy about losing. Anyway, a week later, Kermit's gonna interview him. Hey, old man. Your next matchup in round 1 loser bracket is against Deadpool. You're fucked, brother." Wheelchair Guy responds with confidence. "I ain't gonna scared. I'm gonna kick his ass. He doesn't stand a chance." Very cool, Wheelchair Guy. You're definitely winning this one. Whoa, this is a tough Wheelchair Guy, right? Oh my God, hey guys, I think this might be a real barn burner. This might be a real, who knows who's gonna win, Deadpool or the Wheelchair Guy? This is one of the closest. Honestly, this one should have been the fucking main event. We got an all-timer on our hands here, guys. Place your bets now. Don't bet too much, because it could go either way. Don't want to lose all your money on the gamble. That's fucking hilarious. Did he just pop a super frame fucking one on a Wheelchair Guy? That's so unnecessary, Deadpool. Deadpool, you don't... I know you're mad you lost the Sadako, but still. I hope my bracket prediction is correct. I gotta relook at the bracket predictions. I think, you were in first at the end of winners. Ultra, I should say. I think I was in second. And I think, like, Kimmy was tied with someone for third. I don't know what Wheelchair Guy did to get rid of half of Deadpool's health, but he did something. He started cooking for a minute there, apparently. Dude, how's this motherfucker popping frame 1 supers? It's kind of bullshit. But is someone truly bullshit if they're in loser's bracket? Yes, Glover. 100%. He's doing the anime thing. I don't know what to spell. Anyone? Can I get my real kanji freaks out here? Tweet me what that spells. Someone will find out eventually. Just kidding. No, they won't. Bum, bum, bum. He lost. Fellas, in chat right now. Do we even interview Wheelchair Guy? Stand on your tiptoes and bring your foot down, move into it. Now you're moonwalking. Wheelchair Guy can't do that, Deadpool. He's in a wheelchair. You're insulting him. He's disabled. Still longer than the Zod Frigimon fight. Truly, I knew God was against me when I randomly found Homeless Guy and he wasn't secretly an expert fighter. Do we even interview Wheelchair Guy? Is it even fucking worth interviewing him? Does anyone even care what Wheelchair Guy has to say about his loss? No, Wheelchair Guy is dead. We've killed him. Wheelchair Guy, he fucking exploded. We Happy Wheels killed him. Which means he'll probably come back, but he is Happy Wheels dead. but he has the best moonwalk because of the chair. No, he doesn't. It's not. He doesn't have an electric wheelchair. He's a regular one. He can only go. Like, his wheels go forward, he goes forward. His wheels go backwards, he goes backward. It completely defeats the purpose of the fucking moonwalk. He can't even do, like, he can't even imitate it because his legs don't work. He can't move the legs. There was a bomb under his wheel. Deadpool was trying to help him. I want this to be real. Brain kayfabe for a second. I thought Wheelchair Guy was, like, a threat. I thought I, like, maybe was too lenient on Wheelchair Guy's powers. Because I'm like 90% sure if Wheelchair Guy ever popped a single super, it would have done like 75% health every time. Like, Wheelchair Guy's whole gimmick was that he had insane defense, and he kind of just had to survive until he built up a super, and then he would like 2-hit KO you with a super. And I was like, this might be Glover crack. And then he just didn't survive ever. He just got smirked and sent into the stratosphere. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Wheelchair Guy sucks. He's dead. He's fucking killed. Fellas, it's now time for our main event of the evening, our final match of the evening, Ash Williams versus Smile Dog. And we have sat them down. I have Ash Williams with me. He lost to Maka after being jumped by Seth Rollins backstage. In the room with us, we have the computer monitor displaying the cursed Smile Dog JPEG. Smile Dog lost to PD Piranha in a close matchup. Welcome to our main event, gentlemen. Welcome to the conference. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this conference, gentlemen. Sorry, Kermit's a little fucking Smile Dog. Initiate interview. Smile Dog, start the podcast. Kermit's a little nervous. Of course, the last conference he was a part of, it went well for 2 people and not for the 3rd. Let's put it that way. Kermit's a little nervous right now. Ash, you all lost in round 1 to Maka Auburn after Seth Rollins jumped you from behind with a steel chair backstage. Have you fully recovered from that assault? That's one way to start an interview, right? I'm feeling better. My nose is fine, but I have a feeling my tailbone's gonna need some more time before it's back to normal. And Smile Dog, you had an incredibly close contest with PD Piranha, but just barely came up short in the fight. That damn Piranha plant got me. I don't know what I'll do if I have to fight that thing again. It would be impossible if he managed to wrap his vines around me. So now you two will be facing off against each other in the main event of round 1 of Losers Bracket round 1. Oops. Sorry, I'm a little stunted here, guys. He's looking at the camera. I don't know what they told you about what I had to go through. Listen, I'm a little razzled. Winner moves on, lose only, blah, blah, blah. You got any thoughts you'd like to share? The only thing I'm thinking is groovy. Smile Dog is a formidable opponent, but I'm not going to let him get the best of me. Ash, you also have experience dealing with demonic and supernatural entities. I assume you believe that'll give you the upper hand against a cursed entity like Smile Do? Listen, Kermit was real fucking razzled by this point. We will be docking his pay for this dog shit interview, though. Do you think Ash's experience with demonic and supernatural entities is going to help him here against a creature like me? He's in for a rude awakening. You seem pretty confident in your abilities. What makes you think you've got the advantage? My abilities are unmatched, human. Have you heard the stories? I've driven people insane just with a simple picture of my face. Imagine what I could do to you if you saw me in person. Well, I have to admit, that does sound scary. But here's the thing. I've fought some pretty crazy demons and monsters over the years. They all thought they were badasses, too. But you know what they say. Actions speak louder than barks. So it's gonna take more than some spooky stories to rattle my chains. Final thoughts, gentlemen? My final thought is this. I'm here to win, and I won't let anyone get in my way. Human, you should be afraid of what I can do. You have no idea what's about to happen. Ash, I hope you come prepared. I won't hold back. I'm always prepared for a fight. As for you, Smile Dog, you think you've got me all riled up with your big talk, but let me tell you something. I've been facing demons and zombies for years now. You ain't nothing but a hound to hell. Let's do this. And fellas, let's do this. the main event of Loser's Bracket. The final person being eliminated for this round. Smile Dog, Ash Williams. Make your predictions now. They're going in it. They're at the zoo. What a map for the Period. What a map for the main event though. They're fighting out in the zoo. Could be a possible home field advantage for Smile Dog. He's around other animals. Smile Dog's immediately going hog crazy on him. He's building up his cursed energy quick. He's gonna spread the word real soon. Oh, I think the shotgun misses. Smile Dog might be too short for Ash. Let's go! Big uppercut from Ash. Did like no? Oh, it's not hitting him. He's too fucking low to the ground. You fucking cooked, idiot. I think Ash is fucking blitzed here. Can't do shit. Spread the word. Murk him. Oh, he's going for a super. Oh, he's popping a second one. Chainsaw's on the ground over there. He literally can't hit Smile Dog. He's too short. Oh, we got him midair. Didn't do much though. Smile Dog immediately healed it up with the cursed energy. He's gonna have to use the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon might be Ash's only chance here to stop the evil entity in Smile Dog. That was an inverted spread the word. That's a keep it the secret. Alright, Ash. Ash is busting out the full power of the Necronomicon here. He's reading from all the cursed passages. Smile Dog is blocking it. He's got a great block. He's well versed in dealing with these demonic entities. Wow, that did nothing. That did literally nothing, and Smile Dog just teleported behind him. Omo Wai Shinru, whatever the fuck the nerd shit says. Listen, it hasn't been the strongest round one of Loser's Bracket. But that's why we're here to weed out the weak. Is that gonna hit? He's up in the... Oh, he's not in the air anymore. See, if it had kept him locked in place, that could have done some serious damage. But unfortunately, he's too much of a shorty. Too much of a short guy. Big chomp from Smile Dog. It's actually like I've never seen a height difference played this big of a role before. It's actually fucking impossible for him to hit. What's there to say? It's a fucking flawless. It's a 2-0 fucking shit stomper. Smile Dog fucking humiliate Ash Williams. Well, fellas, thanks for coming to 164. Big matches tonight. All the winners selling. Let's get some final words from Grung. Let me get Grung ready. Let's say goodbye to Grung. Grung, he does a lot of help here. They still going, huh? Oh no, that's it. And then he flies away. Big win for Smile Dog. Easy GG, smile clap. Smile God loves you. L plus ratio plus spread the word. Let's get Grung final thoughts. I'm feeding him the winners. I hope you've all had a fun time here tonight. I hope you're enjoying the tournament so far. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the new additions that have come in. I hope you enjoy Grung. Maybe we'll never see Grung again. Maybe Grung will return next week. That depends on the Grung reception. That's why we're giving Grung a goodbye, just in case. Just in case we never see him again. Okay. Grung final ready? Technically in second. Oh my. Bracket-wise. Let's get a live bracket reaction here in a second. If you're just here for the fights, thanks for coming. Let's see what Grung thinks.
Tonight has certainly proved to be an eventful and exhilarating one, hasn't it? With surprises coming left and right, the roster of winners is both expected and unexpected in equal measure. We've seen the triumph of darkness over innocence, the rise of sociopaths, and the relentless pursuit of victory. Next week brings new challenges for the survivors, and it remains uncertain who will ultimately claim the championship title. For now, however, congratulations are in order for all the winners, even the ones whose paths have been paved with suffering and deceit. Welcome to the brutal world of deathmatch entertainment, where survival is paramount and loyalty dies with the loser's cries for mercy. Thank you for your insight. And joining me tonight, Grung. No problem, Juice Man. It's been quite the experience discussing these matches with you. Just remember, when you see someone crying for their missing children outside, it's probably because they lost them to someone like me. What? Don't worry about it too much, eh? Anyway, I'll be here tomorrow serving ice cream to the remaining fighters and hoping for another exciting day of bloodshed and mayhem. Until then, take care and try not to anger the psychopath running the ice cream truck. What the fuck, Grung? Wait, what the Alright, I have no idea what Grung is talking about there. I have no idea. Thanks for coming, everybody. That's where the important stuff ends. Let's bracket watch. Let's look at bracket watch. Let's take a peek at who's got the best bracket prediction right now. Quick bracket watch. Oh, that's so funny. That Ultra's like prediction that he reset, that doesn't count, is in first, but then his actual prediction is in second. So Ultra's in second. I'm in... Okay, no, well, we're not counting the other Ultra one, so... Ultra's in first. I'm in second. Mako is in third. Kimmy is in fourth. Frosty is in dead last. You wanted to be the most controversial character tonight. I will say that you have the greatest potential. It's because mine is based on science and analysis. Hey, thank you all for coming. I hope you had a great time. Next week, again, I don't know what day. We kind of figure it out at around, like, Saturday or Sunday. We kind of pick out what day. It's not the numbers that count. Yeah, it's who actually gets it fucking right at the end. Maybe? I don't know. Thanks for coming. Have a good night, everyone. See you next time.